This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the Blackberry Bold 9650. It's available on Sprint. I wouldn't be surprised if it popped up on Verizon soon. This is the CDMA network Bold. This replaces the Tor, effectively, but it goes with the Bold name now instead of using the Tor name. And the feature set is largely the same. Got the usual very good Bold-style keyboard here. Raised buttons for call, send, and end, the Blackberry key and the back key. Up here, usual Blackberry forehead, you have the ringer silencer and the screen lock, as always. Here we have the 3.5mm stereo jack, the volume buttons, convenience key as they call it, the assignable button, and the USB port. And this is the Nuance voice command button. Here's where the speaker fires out the left side. It's not a very big speaker grill, but the volume is reasonably loud. It's good enough for driving directions, say, using Sprint navigation in the car, and for watching some Sprint TV. This guy has double the RAM of the Blackberry Tortoise 512 megs of RAM. It runs Blackberry OS 5, but given the amount of memory it has, it should be ready for OS 6. It has a 3.2 megapixel autofocus camera on the back. It takes okay shots. It's not going to set you on fire exactly. Very recessed camera lens right there, and you've got a flash. And here's the removable back door. We're going to pop off the back door here so you can see what's inside. And as you can see, this is a world phone like the Tor. There's a SIM card slot here. You're supposed to call Sprint 24 hours before you go overseas to let them know so they can enable the SIM card slot and overseas roaming. It's quad-band GSM, and it has 3G HSDPA on the 2100 megahertz band that's used in Europe and parts of Asia. And here's your micro SD card slot here. Happily, you don't have to remove the battery to access the card. This doesn't have a lot of internal storage, about 300 megs or so, so it's a good thing we have the card here for data. The other difference you'll notice is RIM has been putting the trackpad to replace the trackball in all their phones, and it says the trackpad too, and it works fine. I like it quite well. I kind of do miss the tactile feel of the trackball sometimes, but this is a lot more reliable. It doesn't get dirty and doesn't get stuck. Applications here are Sprint navigation. You've got Documents to Go, which can view and edit MS Office documents, and a bunch of Sprint content. You've got your NASCAR here, the Sprint football, Sprint TV, Sprint music, and I've installed Pandora Radio. Handmark's Pocket Express is on board. We've got Scan By. You can use the camera to take a picture of a barcode and get pricing information, and Sprint Zone. Let's take a look at Sprint TV. This phone also has Wi-Fi. That's another important upgrade from the Tor. All in all, if you have a Tor, I'm not sure if this is a worthy upgrade, but if you have an older Blackberry and you're a Blackberry person, then it sure is. But Wi-Fi is definitely a welcome feature. And there's a little delay where it downloads all the icons. And we'll take a look at the 2010 French Open on ESPN channel. This is a 480 by 360 pixel display, similar to the Bold on AT&T, slightly higher than the iPhone, but obviously a much smaller physical display. So that performs pretty well. Obviously the screen is a bit small to be watching a tennis match or a football tournament, but hey, it's not too bad. Next we'll take a look at Sprint navigation. It's powered by Telenav. And it's pretty much the same old, same old. The GPS works pretty well. The initial fix took a long time, but after that it's been spot on. And again, the speaker is loud enough and clear enough for spoken turn-by-turn directions. Sprint navigations include with the Everything plans on Sprint. And we'll search for the ubiquitous Starbucks and see how that goes. Pretty quick list of many, many Starbucks. And we will choose to map it. You can drive to it, you can call it, you can share it or save it as a favorite. Map downloads could be a little quicker, not sure. We have a pretty good EVDO signal here, and obviously Sprint TV can perform well, but notice that map downloads are not the quickest thing. There we have it on the map. Got Blackberry App World on board. If you've used a Blackberry before, there's nothing new there. Not exactly going to conquer the iPhone or Android for the number of apps, but a lot of the popular favorites are there cross-platform, like Flickster for movies and WeatherBug, Weather Channel, that kind of thing. Pandora, obviously, Facebook, Twitter. In fact, Facebook and MySpace are pre-installed on the phone along with a variety of IM clients. You've got MSN, you've got Google Talk, you've got AIM on here, so good for keeping in touch. And we will visit our web page here with the browser. Can't wait until RIM updates their web browser. It's really fallen behind other smartphone web browsers. Sadly, if this was the Sprint Evo, our page would have already been up and we would have been scrolling around. Most likely JavaScript is slowing down the BlackBerry browser as it often does. And we're almost there. As you can see, it starts you in page overview mode with desktop style layout. We haven't loaded everything yet. We're still waiting for some images and thumbnails. If you want to zoom in, you just press the trackpad. And given the relatively high resolution and the small screen size, text is still small, so you're probably going to want to adjust the text font size upward for your web browser, if not ubiquitously across the device. So there it is. Music player is largely unchanged from other recent Blackberries. It's pretty visually pleasing. Here's our demo song. So you got album art there, scrolling title, playback controls. You see the speaker can get pretty loud. And we'll take a look at the video player. So that's the Blackberry Bold 9650. It's available now in Sprint for $199 after rebates. If you're a Blackberry person, it's certainly a nice enough Blackberry. If you're on the fence between this and the variety of really nice Android phones and the Palm Pre that are on Sprint, it's a little bit tougher decision, given the larger screens, the touchscreen features, and all the other things that you can get on some of the other phones, and larger selection of apps, say on Android particularly. But again, this guy still is fantastic for messaging and text-based activities like IM and texting, SMS, that kind of thing. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. Visit our website to read the full review.